everyone, welcome to another video. So I'm making this video after a long time. Pretty caught up at work, and recently I started playing a lot of chess. I'm planning to stream one of my chess tournaments, getting good results after a lot of practices. But yeah, that's for the another day. Let's not waste any time and jump on to today's problem. So this is an interesting question that was asked at ITSE. You're given an array of numbers n and an integer k. Now your task is to split n into k partitions. So you're given n, like let's say this is the array of integers and k is 3. So you need to split it into three partitions, and you need to minimize the maximum sum of any particular partition. So you know that, like let's say if I want to split it in three parts, so what's the total sum of this array? So it's 5 plus 1 6 to 8 15 3 18 4 22. So 22 is the total sum of all the elements. Now if I want to split it into 3, um 22 by 3 is approximately 7 point something. So I know that I can have uh, two or one partitions having some 7, but because I need to get to that integral value of 22, one of the arrays is going to have 8. So the best possible partition that I can do is this: 5 1 2, 7 is 1 itself, and then 3 4. And because partition 5 and 2 have sum of 8, that should be our answer. Now how can we approach this? So one approach, that is brute force approach, that comes to my mind is you basically try, or like you have three groups and you try to permute all the combination in each of the group. Like if you put 5 in the first group and then combine 5 with 2 and then combine it with 7, okay, so that's the maximum value, and then you try to combine 5 and 2, so something like that, and that will go till I don't know, polynomial time, and that's not what we want. So another approach that comes to my mind is, it's pretty simple. Like I from the observation, we can make it out. So let me write the numbers here. It's 5 1 2 3 7 4, right? So these are our numbers, and we have k equal to 3, right? Now we know that what could be the minimum value that I can get in one partition. Like if I just keep one separately, that will be the minimum value, and max it could go to the sum of all this elements, right, which is 22. So I know that my value, the answer that I need to reach, is between this range 1 and 22. Now can I do this, that I am standing at 22, right? And now I see, keeping my maximum sum answer as 22, how many partitions I can get. I'm trying to think in a reverse direction. So having the sum of 22, I'm trying to see how many partitions I can get. So keeping the 22, I keep adding each values, like 5 1 2 3 7 4, and I reach 22. So with 22 I get one partition, but that's not my answer. I need to get to 3. Let's decrement 22 to 21. What is the length I can get? So obviously if I have one partition like 5 2 3 7 4, this gives me 21, and the other partition should be 1. So this is the maximum sum of a partition is 21 here. So but with this answer I get two partitions, right? That's not I want. I need still need to reach 3. Similarly I do with 20. Again 20, with I get 2 because I can keep 1 here and keep 2 here. So I keep doing like this. I basically iterate from 22 till the value I reach. I keep reaching till the value I reach, the number of partitions is increasing than 3. As soon as I reach some value where the partitions have increased by 3, that's the answer previous to that is my final answer, right? So basically I'm just at each iteration I'm just keeping a sum, and when that sum is reached, I just check how many partitions I can create to reach that sum. Instead of creating three partitions and then trying to fit in different values and see what's the maximum sum I can reach, I'm doing it in the reverse way, that I keep a sum for myself and then I check how many partitions I am able to do in order to reach that sum. Now obviously, if this n is the array size, and if I have a sum, I'm just considering it as m, that is the total sum, so my overall time complexity will be n cross m, right? Because I am decrementing value of m by 1 at each loop, and then I'm figuring out how many values I can put in. So for that I need to iterate over the array to check. So that is n cross m. It might just exceed time limit. Can we do better? Now if you visualize what I'm doing here, I'm just doing 22 and then I'm doing 21, I'm doing 20 to 19, and I'm reaching till 1. So do you think it's this, I can consider this as an array of from 1 to 22, and because it's in a sorted array, I can do a binary search instead of a linear search, because I'm linearly going from 22 to 1. Instead of that, if I do binary search, so what I do in binary search, I add 22 and 1, what is the midpoint of these? It will come out to be 11. So I check for 11 whether I get, what is the partitions I get maximum. So for 11, I think I get k equal to 3. Okay, that means we can do better. Maybe there is another value which is less than 11 and we can get partitions equal to 3. So let's see with 11 what we can do. So let's say we have 7 and 4 in one partition, right? And then we have 5 and 1 in one partition, and 2 and 3 in one partition. So we get 3 partitions with sum of 11, which is good, right? Now or I think we can get 2. Yeah, we can get 2. It's still not the best answer. 5 1 2 3, what is the total here? 5 plus 3 2 7 7 10 11, we get exactly 11, so we get 2. Okay, we can do better. So now what's the midpoint of 11 and 1? 11 and 1 midpoint would be 5. For 5, how many partitions do we get? One partition would be 5 itself, right? And then one partition will be 1 2 and 1 and 2, that's all. And then one would be 3, and then one would be 4, and then one would be 7. So we get 5 partitions. Okay, so we have exceeded. So that means somewhere between 5 and 11 we need to find that value. So what would be the midpoint of 5 and 11? It would be around 8. So let's check 8. So we get 5 1 and 2 in 8, awesome. And then we get 3 7, we can't put, we get 4, okay, awesome. And then we get 7, awesome. So this is our answer. So what I'm trying to do here is, I have my value set at 8, and I'm just trying to see how many values I can fit in, just to see, and how many partitions I can get. So I basically, when I have the value 8, what I do here is I keep iterating over the array from start till the end, and as soon as I get sum of values greater than 8, I basically increment the count, right? So when I add these 3, I increment the count from 0 to 1, and then I have 3, and then 7 itself is adding 7 would help, so I move ahead, and then 4, so I have this, so it's 2, and then we have the element left as 7, we have count 3. So what I am in short trying to do here is, I am basically maintaining value, and I'm trying to see how many partitions I can create for that value, keeping that value as maximum in one of the partitions. And I do a binary search. So overall time complexity will be n and log of sum. Instead, previously it was n cross sum, because I had to iteratively decrement some value and check the array. So this is much better in terms of time complexity. And I'm gonna attach C++ code in the description below. That would be helpful if you want to go over the code. And if you guys like the video, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. Thanks everyone.